morning, how you doing? Thanks for joining me on this Sunday morning walk and chat. Got a really stiff easterly wind, bit of snow this morning. Last week I did a video on how to make yourself bulletproof in 10 minutes, and I received more watches on that video than I have for a long time on any video. So obviously it's a subject that's really interesting, and I want to go into some of the techniques, the things I've done to make myself bulletproof, to the point where you can't offend me. your mood won't impact mine. But how did I get to that? Now, I think I said before, I've been on this journey for a long time. I think the film The Matrix woke me up a little bit after watching it for several hundred times. The psychology of the film sort of started to form. Then I started to read the self-fulfilled prophecies and later the law of attraction. So I've been reading for over 20 years on this stuff. Yeah, I know, it's taken this long to take effect. And that's why I'm going to try and share some tips with you that will hopefully speed the process up for you. But one thing you have to understand is that I have is that it's all well and good to be really knowledgeable on a subject and read all there is and watch all there is, but it doesn't make you any better at it. And there's loads of analogies, and I love my analogies, that'll make sense to you. But I'm assuming most people here watch this have ridden a push bike. Now, I think I remember learning to ride. I know I was before 6, so about 5. I remember my dad hold the back of my budgie bike. That's how long we're going back. The top of the garden, I can picture it. And my Uncle Peter turned up while I was learning, so I remember that first time over the pedal without my dad holding on to the back of the seat or my stabilisers on. And I didn't learn to ride a bike because my dad gave me books, my mum gave me books to read on how to ride a bike, and I'm sure you can buy books that tell you how to do it. Similarly, you can read all the books you want to on how to drive a car or how to play a musical instrument, but until you put that knowledge into practice, it's just knowledge. It says it's all well and good and helps you. You can have conversations, fantastic, but you haven't learned. So you understand how to drive a car, but you haven't learned to drive a car. Same way with your psyche, really, and your subconscious programmings. We have to teach our body and brains these patterns of putting the clutch in or come off the revs, putting the clutch in, changing gear, release the clutch, accelerator back on, or while driving the car, maybe indicating and talking. And you don't get there by reading how to do all this. You have to do it, as we know. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. I'm just telling you that the ways we teach ourselves these things that become automatic and almost subconscious. I mean, again, you can drive for 2 hours and you can converse, listen to music, forget how you've got there, forget most part of the journey, but your subconscious is doing all the work. And your subconscious doesn't discern That's what the conscious job's to do. The conscious, present moment thinking is the sort of spotlight, whereas the unconscious or subconscious mind is just pretty much running programs. And when you know this is true, you realise that to change that inner state, you've got to reprogram yourself. And when you know that, the process is really simple. All you have to do, like play the music instrument, like riding a bike, learn to drive a car. Practice, practice, practice. I'm afraid there's no shortcut. I didn't start to learn to play the guitar till I was 38. I'm 54 now, 55 this year. And never had a lesson. But my desire to play that guitar was so intense. It just didn't feel like work. But I played that guitar pretty much every single day for at least 3 months. And my wife will testify to. I pretty much drove her nuts for at least 2 months. But it is practice, 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 and you can't get away from that. And again, I'd read all about this stuff for years. Yeah, repetition, affirmations work, and understand why they work. But I seldom put them into practice. And I never put them in consistent practice until a relatively short time ago. And they work. I said before, these things, I'm an engineer by trade, by design, I think. And I like to understand how things work and the principles. And when I understand those principles, I can understand it on a left brain level. I'm more inclined to give it a go. But I do know now that it is all practice and repetition. So, what do you need to do for yourselves? Make yourself bulletproof. Well, you need to pursue. Oh, not pursue. It's not really a pursue word. You don't pursue happiness or pursue peace. It's just peace and happiness is just the absence of other emotions and feelings. So it's you have to practice returning back to that peace. Because from that peace, when you're still in the moment, and you can control your inner state, you become bulletproof. So you have to practice to be able to return to that peaceful state at any moment. And to do that, you need to tell or program your subconscious that that's where you operate from, for want of a better phrase. So you need to practice affirmations as often as you can. I used to think once in the morning, every other day was cool. And why it's cool, yeah, and some of the affirmations will sort of stick in your mind and you'll remember them. When you start to practice them all the time, they do start to change your subconscious state. And I've used tips and techniques to sort of encourage me to remember when to do them and to keep doing them. But after a while, when your body feels these affirmations as you're saying them, you'll just naturally say them more. Yeah. But you've got to get to that point first. And you know the things you do every day. Like we all, I'm guessing, certainly watching this, will look at the phone. So just try and send yourself a text message or draft a text message to somebody or a home number or something like that and put affirmation. And like quite a few of us, not necessarily like that red mark on the messages, the unread stuff, then emails, you have to sort of click on it. So it's almost like a mental prompt. Every time you take your phone out, you'll see that red dot on your messages. Just click on it. You have to see if there's any more. You'll see that prompt in however way you want to put it. You put affirmation, we actually type an affirmation. One of the best ones, and I've given it away it's not mine to give away. Mentioned it to other people and they found it to be a fantastic benefit, is all the good in my life comes to me as a result of my willingness to find happiness in each moment. It's a really nice one because it's the word willingness. I think that what makes it so easy to take and makes the feeling response, if you like, more easy to generate and easy on the subconscious to understand, because you're not placing a goal there. It's the willingness to find happiness in each moment. Not you will, just that you have a willingness to do that. Just that willingness to try and find happiness in each moment will give you a certain feeling. And with repetition, say use whatever prompt you need to remind yourself to say these things, but say them as often as you can. You'll get to a point where it's just you becomes part of your character, part of your nature, and that is your true nature. You are peaceful by nature. Every other emotion is just something that's clouding your peace. And when you understand it, you can just return there without anybody's help, instantly. It'll make me so resilient because no one can make me feel bad without my consent. Nobody. Sure, people can criticise me, but what I believe about myself is more important to me than what other people lead me to be. Now, that's not to say that I'm right all the time or I've got a massive ego. It's just that I allow myself to be imperfect and a work in progress. And I've done these videos. I think I checked that actually. The first one I put on was 29th of June last year. I've evaluated my progress and compounded my learnings and practiced stuff I'm telling you guys to practice. That'd be so hypocritical of me. I just want to make your guys' journey a little bit slicker and shorter to get the point of that peacefulness that it's taken me. And I don't regret my journey. It's been one of fantastic unveilings and over a long period of time. And I've learned other stuff along the way as well, which has further improved my ability to feel at peace in the world, relax into it, realise it. all this, and how I choose to experience it. Is a song that I'm playing to myself. And I can choose to dance, do it if I want to, in any way. And the sweetness of knowing that you're a peaceful being, and that you can obtain that resting state any time, any moment of the day. It's fantastic, and will truly make you bulletproof. And no one can offend you. No one can make you feel bad about yourself. But you've got to practice this daily, and as often as you can, at least daily. I would say, just you can't do them too often. And now, my body just feels it, and I'll just say it. And sometimes the feeling is preceding the actual words. It's just a peacefulness, and then the words come after. It's strange, but it's all good. I can assure you, because it feels good. Well, I hope this has been informative. Please leave me a comment to let me know how this come across, and if there's any bits that you're struggling with, or any tips and techniques you can give me. I mean, one guy on the back of this video last week, I asked about people meditating, and how they did it, and one guy came back and said he does quite a lot of guided meditation. Now, I tried this, and I found that I couldn't get on with the headphones when I was in bed. And he told me that his wife for Christmas this year bought him like a sweat headband with Bluetooth speakers built in. And why I don't like Bluetooth so much, I don't like that frequency humming across my brain, I thought, well, for the sake of £8, buy a pair and give them a try. Thanks, Matthew. Fantastic, dude. Looked like a dream. My wife was a bit scared of how I looked. She took a photograph of me wearing them in bed, which I'll place above here, just so you can see how ridiculous I looked. But either way, it was cool. And some of the guided meditation tried. Dr. Joe Dispenza and Elmer Locker Jr. do stuff that the affirmations off Elmer, they're really sweet. But I tried them, and they're really good. And I was able to sleep in them. It didn't wake me up when my head rolled after the videos. So thank you. But yeah, I'm really interested to see how you guys are doing, and if I can learn if you have any tips and techniques for me to try. Because this journey of self-realisation is probably the most important journey you can make. Because everything else will just drop into place once you make your bulletproof. So, hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Take care of yourselves. Keep saying them affirmations. And go easy on yourselves. Because it's just enjoy your song and your dance of life. Bye bye now.